Hello. First of all, let me apologize for my accent. If I get time, which I'm not sure I will try to add caption to this video to make it easier to understand. Also, I apologize if I look at myself. I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, so sorry. The last time I made a video on this channel, I looked very different. It was the first week of full-scale invasion. Now it's been more than 5 months. I've had a lot of time to reflect and think about things, and this video is kind of an introduction of what's gonna be happening on this channel from now on, or what I plan to be happening because, making plans is great, but shit happens, so these plans may never come to life, but I hope they will. I am now outside of Ukraine, and I never planned on fleeing the country, even when all of us kind of had a feeling that the war is gonna come to us. We had a plan. The plan did not include us leaving Ukraine. So I'm outside of Ukraine by accident, basically. Me and my friend were on vacation in Egypt when the full scale invasion started. Basically, first of all, we didn't have the way of getting home because the airspace was closed, so we couldn't fly home. And we had to kind of decide on the spot on what to do next with our lives. And not a single day in these 5 months we ever thought of building our life anywhere outside of Ukraine. That was never our plan, never our intention. That is why this decision is easier for me than it might have been for some other people. When we realized that we cannot stay in Egypt, first we went to Cyprus. We lived there for 2.5 months and then moved to Bratislava, Slovakia for another 2.5 months. And we're grateful for both of these states, for the help it provided, for the support, for the protection. And we're grateful to each and every country who is providing support and protection for the Ukrainian citizens right now. And I made a decision to come back to Ukraine, as I said, because it was never my plan to flee the country, and it was never my plan to have a life somewhere outside of Ukraine. During the peaceful time, it took 1.5 hours to get from Bratislava, where we are today, to Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, by plane. Right now, it's definitely much harder and longer than that. It will take me around 4 or 5 days to get to the point where I have to be in Ukraine, and I plan to take you on this journey with me. And from the moment that I step on Ukrainian ground, I plan on making vlogs about my life in Ukraine. And let me be straight with you. I plan on living my life to the fullest. I plan on taking dance lessons. I plan on drinking coffee in the coffee shops. I plan on going to restaurants, going to the movies, to museums, to whatever entertainment I find. I plan on spending time with my friends and family. I plan on having a vacation as soon as I come to Ukraine with my family because I haven't seen them in around half a year. So, like referring back to the controversy about the Olena Zelenska photo shoot for Vogue that kind of inspired some pro Russian Western communities to speak up about how the war is not real if they're doing that. I want to show you how the average civilian who doesn't own a machine gun or whatever lives in Ukraine during the war. Away from the front line, never away from potential missiles. I plan on showing how I adapt to everything that's going on because that will be my first time ever facing the reality of the war because I haven't been in Ukraine since it started. And I plan on showing how we still live our lives there, what we do to survive, and just to feel alive. Let me be honest, even though I was outside of Ukraine this 5.5 months, I'm still deeply traumatized by what happened. Of course, not as traumatized as people who actually saw it happening before their eyes. However, my life completely changed on the 24th of February, as everyone else did. For a couple of months, my life was on pause. I didn't ever think that I would actually get back to doing things that I like for myself, not just to do it to support Ukraine or something. But I came back to it. One of the reasons to leave my life is just to stick it up to Russia. So yeah, I full on plan to come back to the country in active war and live the best life I ever lived. So if you wanna see me do it during the wartime and try to keep sane, please follow along. I'm gonna show you what Ukraine feels like for the average person. I'm gonna show you what we go through on a daily basis to do what we like to do or what we have to do. I'm just gonna show the reality of it. I'm not a volunteer, I'm not a soldier, I'm not a doctor. So this will not be like a wartime documentary. It will be just a lifestyle blog of a person during the active war. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I don't have a script. I'm just talking what I'm thinking. But I hope you get the idea of what I want to do with this channel. And I do hope you come along. I really hope I will be able to use this channel as a way to share information on what Ukrainians are like, on what we're doing, and how the war looks like, just so someone who's watching could get a bit closer to us, could relate to us, and could potentially understand why we're fighting, for what we're fighting, and why we need the help of the whole world, and why supporting Ukraine is the only option in this war. Let me finish with this. If you want to see me alive in the next video, please donate to Ukrainian army because they are basically allowing me to keep breathing. I will leave donation links in the bio, of course. Have a good day.